Reebok and Adidas together? What are you talking about, man? But that's what we've got right here. The world of sneakers is a murky and dark place. For example, Adidas and Puma, or Puma, as some people call them out there. We say Puma in the UK, but you're more than welcome to say Puma. I don't mind. But Adidas and Puma were actually formed. I just said Puma instead of Puma. Were actually formed by brothers. Two brothers founded the Adidas line. One of them was Adolf Dassler, and Adolf Dassler's nickname was Adi. So Adi Dassler, Adidas. That's how the brand Adidas started. But he and his brother actually started the Adidas line, and they had a fight about something, a falling out, maybe about the direction of the company. And his brother promptly up sticks, moved across the river to the other side of the river to the other bank, opened his own factory, and made Puma. And there we have Puma and Adidas coming from the same family, 70 odd years ago, because it's been 70 years since the Adidas line kicked in. So it's the history and the world of sneakers is murky and confusing, but here we have front and center some very clear, some opaque evidence of those dark dealings that go on in the corporate corridors, because you've got Reebok and Adidas coming together because they are stablemates. That's the word I'm going for. They're stablemates from the same kind of group, although not the same brand, but bang, they're mashing it up together, and what they're bringing us is the Reebok InstaPump Fury Boost. This is a Tokyo Bara 23 sneaker channel. Tokyo Bara 23 sneaker channel です。毎日アップするので毎日見てください。And every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And today what we're looking at is the fairly distant upcoming release. It's not really upcoming, maybe it's downcoming. Release of the Reebok InstaPump Fury Boost. It is a semi-tie-up between Adidas and Reebok. And I should really say Reebok and Adidas because it's like 90% a Reebok and 10% an Adidas shoe. So it's not really a tie-up. It's not like the two are going half and half together, because what we've got here is very much an InstaPump sneaker that uses the Boost Midsole technology. So it's not like a hybrid sneaker. It's not like 50-50 Adidas and Reebok in there. It's like mostly Reebok with just a little splash of the Adidas Boost technology in there too. And we'll be looking at the details of that, what I like about the sneaker, and some of the things that I don't like about it, and projections about whether or not that's going to do well in the market and on sales. But before all of that, this is a YouTube channel, and I need two things from you. I need watch time, trying to get people to watch for as long as possible. Turns out that's quite important to YouTube. It used to be how often you watch was important, now it's how long you watch for is important. And of course, the almighty subscribe is important, so please do hit that subscribe button down below too. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do see the start of every single one of my videos. Toroku onegaishimasu. Toroku suru to tasukaru node, zehi toroku onegaishimasu. 長く見ると助かるので、それもよろしくお願いします。Okay, let's have a look at these guys then. Instapumps are actually very popular here in Japan. I don't know about the rest of the world. The two things that I would say off the top of my head are very popular here are Instapumps and New Balance. Is that the case in the rest of the world? I don't know, but you can tell me in the comments down below. But Instapumps for sure are very popular here. Yesterday my little girl and I went to her sports day, and there were a couple of guys wearing Instapumps there for that. So they are pretty popular here. I've never worn a pair myself, but they are one of those sneakers that I look at and think, I definitely want to get my hands on a pair of those someday. And they are, there is a classic colorway which is behind me right now. I don't know what I'll put behind me actually. Maybe I could decide right now. Should I put the, you know what I should do? I'm going to make the effort for you. I'll put the classic Fury colorway behind me here, and I'll leave that there for a couple of seconds just to sort of saturate into your minds. But then we'll go click and we'll pop off that and look at this Boost mashup. With the InstaPump Fury line. You can see the colorway itself is very similar. The construction of the sneaker is almost identical to your regular InstaPump sneaker. But there are three particular things that are different about these when compared to normal Instapumps. First and foremost, I don't know, but on the heel you can see, I think it's I think it's Boost, isn't it? It's Boost, isn't it? But I haven't been able to see the medial side. So from the lateral side, you can see on the heel, I think the latter part of the word Boost, which makes me think on the medial side, it says Fury. So Fury Boost or Instapump Boost. I'm going to go with Fury Boost. But I'll be interested to see these in hand so you can see the branding on the heel there. So that's one place that's different from the originals. Another place is when we get to the midfoot. One thing that I don't like in sneakers, usually, and in the case of these guys, I still don't like it, is that midfoot strap. I've never been a huge fan of a midfoot strap on a sneaker. Like there were the Paris, there was that City Packs that dropped. There's 6 of them, weren't there? I can't remember what they were called as a group. There's a word for what they were called as a group, but there was a Tokyo pair, a Seoul pair, a London pair, Paris pair, a New York pair, and I think a Shanghai pair. And the Paris pair had this midfoot strap on the Vapor Maxes, and I don't like a midfoot strap. And on these, they have that midfoot strap there as well with the Adidas and Reebok branding alternating through it. I'm sure it will be fine because it's going through the section of the outsole that's not there, so it's not going to get damaged by wear and tear on the surface of the road or the sidewalk. But still, I don't like it. I think it's kind of ugly. But I suppose it's one way of getting the two brands together in the sneaker without disrupting the sort of construction of the sneaker. But then we go down below to the signature of this particular mashup, and it is that Boost midsole on there with that crazy comfortable Boost technology. Having never worn a pair of Instapumps, I don't know how comfortable they are, and I don't know how much that comfort will be enhanced by putting Boost technology down below. I would imagine not particularly much. I imagine these are comfortable anyway, and the Boost technology will add a small but somewhat insignificant layer of comfort to these guys. But it is interesting to see that Boost technology being put on what is, at the moment, probably the signature sneaker for the Reebok line. Now, before we finish and move into all things butter movement, let's talk about colorways. I've seen 5 different colorways dropping for these guys. You've got the original Fury colorway there. Then you've got this black and white colorway. There's a black colorway and a white colorway. So it's like an all black and all white, but they both come with gum soles, which is kind of a surprise to me. Usually I don't like a gum sole on the sneaker if it doesn't match the upper, and in the case of these I don't think it does match the upper, and therefore I'm not a huge fan of the gum soles on those black and white ones. There's another more colourful sort of white and blues variant, which I don't know if that means anything, but what I do know is a more deeper blue, a darker colourway reflects the colourway of the original 1.0 Ultra Boost, so it's kind of cool to see the colourway come in as well, even though it doesn't affect the construction of that Instapump upper. It's cool to see that colorway coming through from the OG Ultra Boost line. Okay, that's enough about the sneakers today. I will move into talking about the butter movement now, but there isn't really all that much to say. I have been in touch with Shoe Butter on social media, talking about what kind of reviews and sneakers that we want to do with the channel, where we want to go, and how what kind of videos we want to shoot. And part of that is you guys telling me out there what you want me to get him to shoot for you. So please do tell me in the comments down below, especially if you've seen that video of his entire collection that dropped earlier in the week, and there was a particular shoe you're like, oh man, I'd like to have a closer up view of that. Then definitely let me know and I'll pass it on. Hopefully we'll get that video to you real soon. For now though, it's time for me to check off. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said earlier in the video, watch time is quite important to me right now, so sticking around to watch for a long time, thank you very much, I appreciate it. There are a few guys who watch all of my videos, and those guys are precious, absolutely precious viewers watching all of my content. So thank you guys very much. You know, I'll probably do in future videos, I think, is drop some names into them, because there's a few guys supporting my channel pretty hard and pretty consistently, and I need to give back to them. So I'll be in the future, I think I'll do a little bit of name dropping at the end of videos, just as a way to thank the people out there who really are checking in on a regular basis and watching all of the videos. So thank you very much for doing that. But for now, it's time for me to sign off. And as I do this every single day, I get to say very confidently at the end of every single one of my videos that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.